everyone, and welcome to Travelweek webinars and our first webinar back in the new year. My name is Megan Griffith. I'm the marketing and production specialist here with Travelweek. Today we have a very exciting webinar for you guys with Transat and Catalonia guests coming to visit, talking about Transat's family-friendly, all-inclusive Catalonia resorts in Mexico. Just a couple of reminders before we get started. Agents who stay until the end of the webinar will be entered to win an amazing prize enjoying the warm weather, a 3-night stay at Catalonia, COSTA, Mujeres. So make sure you stay to the end to be entered for that. Additionally, if you have any questions, please put them in the question and answer box and we will get to them towards the end of the webinar. If you have any technical issues or just want to say hello to our panelists today, just put that in the chat box and we'll say hello back. We'll get to know all of you. So now I'm going to be welcoming Di Jimenez and Susan Koyman, who are our two presenters. Di is the sales manager for North America, Mexico, and Dominican Republic from Catalonia Hotels and Resorts. And he will be giving us a starter overview of everything we need to know. And then Susan was going to take over. She's the senior business development rep at Transat, and she'll come over after for a chat. So welcome both. Hope you guys are doing well.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Thanks for having Transat today.
Of course. All right, Di, if you want to take over.
Yep. And thank you so much for this opportunity. We are always doing great, commercial partnership with Transat, Travelweek. So that's something important for everyone and all of us. Okay. So with this being said, just want to introduce one more time. My name is Di Jimenez, the sales and marketing manager for the North Americas, and I'm overseeing the properties in the Mexico and the DR. Okay, and today we have a great party with all of you, and we are going to review our product and also our philosophy at Catalonia Hotels and Resorts. Just give me one second. Just let me know if you are seeing it. Let's get this party started. Catalonia Hotels and Resorts. I love this brand. And believe me, something that I love about the property is the fact that they are all-inclusive resorts, but intimate and boutique. You will be seeing that during our presentation. And here's my contact information. As you can notice, there is an email, and also there is a line. That's a cell phone, so you can text me or call me if you need immediate answers. And also we have our Facebook group, Catalonia Resorts Community Travel Agent, where we are always sharing the news, the updates, what we have to share with the travel agent community and also our commercial partners. And now it's time about a little bit about our story. We are a family-owned company by the Payet brothers. They started this amazing company in Europe, actually, Barcelona. That's the reason of the name, Catalonia, Catalunya. And well, we started there, and now we have over 70 properties around the world in Europe, Dominican Republic, and Mexico. Our all-inclusive product, as you can notice, it's located in the Caribbean and Mexico. And our philosophy right now is that we are here to pamper you. And that's one of the most important things. We are changing what we have to offer to our mutual guests. We understand that there is a different mentality or perception about consumers when we are speaking about North America. So we are developing new amenities and as well brands. For example, liquor of brands, you can find Jack Daniels in our Catalonia Costa Mujeres and Catalonia Royal TULUM, Absolute Vodka, so international brand of liquor. And also we are changing the presentation of the dishes and the gourmet experience that we have for our mutual guests at the properties. Family resorts, yes, we do have those. Those are amazing. And as I previously mentioned, one of the things that I love about the resorts is the fact that they are intimate. The complex, for example, Catalonia Bavaro, Catalonia Royal Bavaro, it has around 600 rooms. And you're never gonna have this enormous or large complex where you can maybe get lost. So as well, we decide to have a multi-generational ambience at all of our properties. As well, you can find family suites in the majority of them. And one of the cool things about the family suites is that you can accommodate up to 6 people. That's mean 5 adults, 1 kid, or could be 2 adults, 4 kids. So that's one of the experiences that we have for mutual guests. And as well, they will have kids club, teens lounge, many different restaurants, specialty restaurants, the nightly shows, activities by the pool, all this for the family. And also our adults only. And there is something particular about the adults only that I always love to mention about it, is the fact that when you hear Royal, the name Royal on Catalonia, that means that it's an adults only. For example, Catalonia Royal TULUM and Catalonia Royal Bavaro, those are our adults only properties. And one of the most important things about our product is the fact that we focus on romancing couples. And why is this? Consider that the majority of the beds in our adults only properties are king size beds. So whenever you're having a couple, celebrating an anniversary, celebrating a honeymoon, or just because they want to celebrate love, you always have the option to book them.
Sorry, Di, we're unable to hear you right now. Is there something with your sound maybe? No, still can't hear you yet. Maybe try muting yourself and unmuting again. Maybe it just needs. No, still not hearing anything. All right, hold on just one moment, everyone. No, sorry, we're still not hearing anything. Would you like to try maybe not using your headphones? Maybe it's the speaker in your headphones.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So, did you hear all the presentation or?
No, we missed this slide.
Okay, this slide, right?
Yes, just this one.
Okay, the privilege exclusivity. I was speaking about our privilege room categories, privilege entitle our mutual guests with additional amenities when they are staying at our properties. You have always the superior and the garden views, and then we have this privilege room categories. And here they will find additional discounts at the spa and boutiques. As well, they will find an exclusive restaurant for them when they're staying at the properties. And also bathrobes, sleepers, access to the hydrotherapy once during their stay, only the adults in the room, okay? So all these amenities are going to make the stay for mutual guests extra special, and you don't have to worry about anything. So you are going just to book them in those amazing room categories, and we will take care of our mutual guests. So every time that you're booking a Catalonia property, I always recommend to try to book them at the privilege exclusivity room category. And pure relaxation, we have our Alegría Spa. We completely understand that vacation, it means different activities, and one of those is relaxing. So that will happen at Alegría Spa. And as I previously mentioned, when you are a privileged guest, you have access to the hydrotherapy area. So that means sauna, steam room, the whirlpool. So those amenities are part of our services as well. And the culinary experience I previously mentioned, we are trying to change the game with this. I can tell you that Catalonia is doing an amazing job. I've been in the company for over 2 years. I had the opportunity to go dinners with the travel agents, fam trips, and they are always go above and beyond my expectations. For example, you can have an amazing tuna tartar at the beloved restaurant in Costa Mujeres, or an amazing miso soup. I love the miso soup at Catalonia Royal TULUM. So this and more, you can find it at our new culinary experience at the resorts. Fun for the little ones, that's something that we have at our properties, and all of them, our family-oriented properties, are always going to have the kids clubs, where the little ones are going to have an amazing time performing many different activities, such as aircraft, they have video games, movies, nap area, the playground, and as well, always there's going to be a kiddie pool area. And dream weddings, that is something important for the travel agent community. I know that many of you specialize in weddings, and that is something pretty important because it's one of the best ways to generate commission when you're booking a wedding group. But the most important thing for the couple is that we can make that dream come true. If the bride has an ambition, a specific ambition, we can make it possible with our qualified wedding planners. Actually, the majority of them, they've been in the industry for over 10 years. So that is something important when you are booking a Catalonia wedding. And live romance, that is something important. As I previously mentioned, we focus on romancing our adults only properties, but as well, all the family oriented properties are going to have the romance room category. Romance room category will be available at all of our properties. Enhance the couple with a romantic couples massage, a romantic dinner, as well a welcome bottle of sparkling wine and a petit food upon arrival. So all these amazing amenities will be included in the room category. Remember, it's romance room category. You're always going to find one of those at all of our properties in Mexico and Dominican Republic. So the most important thing is try always to book them this, because it's gonna make it easier for you. You don't have to send an email. You don't have to request, an amenity. Everything is included in that. So this is something important for you. And the golf club, this is something that we have at Catalonia Bavaro Resort. Our mutual guests are going to find 2 different golf courses. One is 9 holes, and the other one is the 18 holes. So this is something that we have for mutual guests at the Catalonia Bavaro Resort, and something important, it's considered that will be a multi-generational resort. Golf for the guys, mom and the kids can visit the teens lounge as well, the spa, you have the casino, so all these amazing amenities for a mutual guest. Now it's time to let you know that we want to give you all. The philosophy of the company about the all-inclusive, it should be that everything's included. So no hidden fees, no additional, commissions upon arrival. So everything's gonna be included for a mutual guest. So limit breakfast, lunch, and dinner, access to a wide range of specialty restaurants. That is something important. For example, at Catalonia Costa Mujeres, we have 13 different culinary experiences at the resort. As well, liquor, international brand of liquor. It's something that they will find in all of our bars, and a variety of daily activities and nightly entertainment for our mutual guests. And one of the most important and cool things is that complimentary Wi-Fi through all the resort at all of our properties. Something that you have to consider is that you don't need to create a passport, you need to create a user, you don't need anything, or Wi-Fi works on you. Once you are connected, you immediately are navigating, are surfing through the internet. So that is something important for mutual guests as well. So with this, as I previously mentioned, we want to give you all, and now it's time to introduce to the product that we have. Let me show you a video. Not quite sure if yep. That's great. Our video always showcase one of the vibes of the properties. That's the vibe of Catalonia Hotels and Resorts. And the first one that we are going to see here is Catalonia Bavaro Beach Golf and Casino Resort. This property is located 20 minutes away from Punta Cana International Airport. And it's located in Cabeza del Toro, one of the most beautiful beaches in Punta Cana. 688 junior suites with terrace or balcony. And we also have 8 a la carte restaurants and 2 buffets. That is something important for a mutual guest when they stay in for a week, because they will have different options in the culinary experience when they are staying at the property. 8 bars including Malo. Malo is a natural juice bar. Actually, Malo means bueno. It means good in Mayan word. So they will have that amazing amenity of a natural juice bar for them. The Pure Chill Out beach bar included with the privileged room category. Remember that I mentioned that there's always a bar for privileged guests. Aroma's Coffee Shop, available at all of our properties, as well as Catalonia Bavaro Beach, Golf and Casino Resort, the Alegría Spa. And the most important thing to consider about this property and the selling points that I always mention, it's the gorgeous beach area. That is something important always to remember. Catalonia has a beautiful beach area. That's one of the key selling points of the brand. And Catalonia Bavaro Beach is not the exception. And another important thing to consider about the resort as a selling point is the multi-generational option. So you have a casino, you have golf course, you have a spa, you have a teens lounge, you have a kids club, multiple and different activities for everyone in the family. So keep in mind that. And as well, you have this authentic Caribbean vibe. That is something important to consider when you are thinking about the Caribbean, when you're thinking about an upper concept resort. Catalonia Bavaro Beach Golf and Casino Resort, it's gonna offer that for a mutual guest. Whenever you are trying to book any of our mutual guests, believe me, it's going to be a perfect spot for them. And also remember that we have the family suites in this specific resort. As I previously mentioned, you can accommodate up to 6 packs. That means 5 adults, 1 kid, or could be 2 adults, 4 kids. So those are the amazing things that our mutual guests are going to find at the Catalonia Bavaro Beach Golf and Casino Resort. And when you are quoting this, you will find that there is a special, always a special price through Transat. Catalonia Royal Bavaro, these are adults only property. As I previously mentioned, it's part of the complex of the Bavaro Resort. This is an intimate boutique adults only resort, only 278 junior suites. Important thing to consider about the resort is the fact that they have exchange privilege with Catalonia Bavaro Resort, the family-oriented one. However, we try to keep that intimate vibe, and we are not allowing the guests from the Bavaro to visit the Royal. So that's make it exclusive for guests to stay in there. What is the vibe of this property? I would say something chic, something sexy. Actually, you have the lobby, and immediately you will have a terrace, and there's the pool. And when you are there, I actually like to explain it like, have you ever seen that girl with a big hat, a bikini, makeup on it, a glass of champagne, and walking by the pool? So that is the vibe of this resort. As I previously mentioned, I always going to say couples only, because the majority of the beds are king size bed, okay? So whenever you want to have any of our mutual guests relaxing and having a great time in Punta Cana, Catalonia Royal Bavaro, it's going to be the option. And remember, an intimate property, only 278 junior suites, 14 privileged suites with private pool and solarium and terrace, 6 a la carte restaurants. Actually, here they have the Beloved and Thalassa, 6 bars, including Malo, and much more amazing amenities for mutual guests. One of the most popular room categories at this specific resort are those swim-up suites. Whenever you are consulting or we like to book a swim-up suite, believe me, the swim-up suite of this resort are one of the kinds, okay? So let's continue. With Catalonia Playa Maroma, it's time to fly to Mexico. Catalonia Playa Maroma is a property located in one of the most beautiful beach areas. Okay, just 25 minutes away from Cancun International Airport, Catalonia Playa Maroma offers an authentic Caribbean vibe to our mutual guests with the open concept of the resort. Recently renovated restaurants, we have 5 a la carte themed restaurants, 1 buffet, and the creperie and the food trucks, okay? So you will have many different options for mutual guests when they're staying at this amazing paradise. Important selling points about the resort, it's one of the #1 beaches in the world, Playa Maroma, recently renovated common areas as well. You have a constant touch, and you are in constant touch with nature, with lush gardens and the mangroves. So that is something important for mutual guests. And the vibe will be this Mexican hacienda. That's the vibe of the resort. And one of my favorite room categories at this specific resort is the romance room category. Oh my God, they have done an amazing job at this specific resort. It's one of, from my perspective, one of the most beautiful. All of them are beautiful, but this one is my favorite, okay? Aroma's coffee shop, as I previously mentioned, we have the nightclub as well, the theater, fully equipped fitness center, and much more for a mutual guest. About the type of clientele that you can book at this specific resort, I always going to suggest families with kids, I mean, up to 12 years old. If you are booking teenagers, do not forget to book additional activities outside the resort, such as escaret or any other activities as jungle tours or ATVs. That will enhance the experience of the families when they are traveling with teenagers, okay? And let's continue with our Catalonia Riviera Maya Yucatan Beach Resort. And this amazing resort is located in a gated community, Puerto Aventuras. Puerto Aventuras has it all. I mean, they have a golf course, they have marina, dolphinarium, restaurants, there is a drive there where you can walk. So all those amazing amenities are part of the Puerto Aventuras Marina. And then we have our gorgeous resort, 628 rooms with terrace or balconies, 5 a la carte themed restaurants, 2 large buffets, and the Beloved restaurant. All of our Beloved restaurants in Mexico, they have ocean views. And this one is just amazing. When you are in a privileged room category, you have access to one of the most beautiful Beloved restaurants that we have at the company. So recently renovated pool areas, recently renovated common areas as well. And we are changing the game. As I previously mentioned, we are changing the culinary experience. For example, we just decided to launch Catalonia burgers. Oh my God, this is one of the best burgers that you can find in the area. And I'm telling you this because it's true. I'm, you know, a huge fan of burgers, but commonly in Mexico, they don't have like that quality, but Catalonia make it possible. So that is something that you will find. And we are going to have more amazing amenities during the next year for our mutual guests. Stay tuned. You just remember to join our Facebook group because I will be sharing all the information through that resource, okay? 8 bars including Malo Juice Bar, the nightclub, 4 swimming pools, including 2 swim up and the children's kiddie pool. And as well, we have exclusive
privileged pool. So those are part of the amenities. This is a perfect resort for multi-generational families. What I mean is you have a lot of activities at the resort and also outside with the marina, Puerto Aventuras. So the family traveling in a multi-generational plan, they can always enjoy this amazing resort, this property, okay? So this is one of the most important, the most popular products that we have, Catalonia Riviera Maya, but as well, we will be reviewing other resorts in Mexico. Catalonia Royal Tulum, remember Royal means adults only, and this is one of the most popular products with adults right now in the area. Why? Because we are nearby Tulum. We are 25 minutes away from Tulum. It's an important hotspot. We are 20 minutes away from Playa del Carmen, another important hotspot. So our mutual guests have an all-inclusive exactly in the path, in the middle of the path of those important cities. So whenever you want to explore as well, where you want to explore the cities, I mean, or you want to have all the activities nearby the resort, this is a perfect spot. Why? Because the majority of the attractions are located nearby Catalonia Royal Tulum. I mean, you can find ATVs, Xcaret, Xelha, so you're not going to spend more than 20 minutes, 25 minutes on a bus in order to get to those activities. As well, one of the important things to consider about the property is the concept of romance and relaxation. That is something that we are going to offer to our mutual guests. With our recently renovated pool area, as well, we have the beloved restaurant on the beach. This is one of the most popular spots at the resort, the beloved restaurant. So always remember to book the privileged room category. They will be entitled with this amazing amenity as part of the privilege program. And as well, important to consider as a selling point the gorgeous beach area. I know that many people say that one of the most beautiful beaches, Playa MAROMA, but I have an important, you know, like a place of this specific beach. We are located in Ixpuja Bay. So it's crystal clear. Every time that I'm there, I always stop by the beach because it's just amazing. It's just gorgeous, crystal clear, and looks like a pool. Okay, with this, our mutual guests will be enjoying a great time of relaxation and reconnecting with their partner in crime at the Catalonia Royal Tulum. And just to let you know, one of the new additions is Rausha. We decided to make it part of the all-inclusive. Now Rausha is part of the all-inclusive. But we have this concept of dinner with mixology, gourmet experience, a gourmet dinner, and as well a DJ and shows during the dinner. What you are going to find is like an acrobatic, dancing, and Cirque du Soleil style show for a mutual guest. So you have that exclusivity at Catalonia Royal Tulum. And remember, now Rausha is part of the all-inclusive. Let's continue with Catalonia Costa Mujeres, all suites and spa. And this is the brand new property that we have, 496 suites, and it's one of the most beautiful resorts in Costa Mujeres. Just to let you know, selling points about this specific resort. First, consider that Costa Mujeres is a brand new tourist developed in the northern area of Cancun, okay? This means that if you have any guests concerned about seaweed, always try to book or Catalonia Costa Mujeres, because this area is not being affected by seaweed like other areas in the Riviera Maya or Cancun, okay? Second, the beach is just gorgeous. You can see this picture and looks just amazing. And one of the important things about that beach, and I love it, is the fact that it's always changing colors. So you will find many different colors during your stay, and that is something just amazing. The first time that I noticed that, it was mesmerizing for me. As well, the resort has the famous Quinta Avenida, a commercial boulevard. Is a tribute to this famous place in Playa del Carmen. We decided to have a commercial boulevard with boutiques, restaurants, food courts, as well, mini market. And much more for mutual guests. You will find a solo player playing during the evening for them. There will be a show of lights at the commercial boulevard, La Quinta Avenida. And if you ever been in a cruise ship, you will find that that's the vibe. You have this commercial boulevard where all the activities are happening for the family. So keep in mind that it's one of my favorite places at the resort. One another important things are the swim up suites. About our swim up suites, there's no restriction on ages. I mean, you can book a family with kids or toddlers at this specific resort. We have all the specific security measures for them. And as well, you can accommodate up to 6 people in our swim up suites. And when I'm saying swim up suite or swim out, is the fact that you don't share your pool actually. There's no lazy river that connects this, and you will find this private pool for the family. And our privileged grand family swim up suites comes in 2 different versions. Once it comes with a king size bed, a sofa bed, and 2 bunk beds. And there's another version with a king size bed and 2 double beds, sorry. And this is something that you're going to find as a selling point at the Catalonia Costa Mujeres. Another important thing is the fact that we have this gorgeous resort designed in a contemporary style. However, you will find many different spaces with their own personality that make it so appeal to the millennial and centennial customers. We actually have a lot of TikTokers performing at that resort. Every single spot is just unique and special. And if you have that guest that is always going through Instagram and posting everything, believe me, they are going to love the fact that you have all those amazing spots at this specific resort. And I previously mentioned we have 13 different culinary experiences. We have 5 food courts. We have 5 a la carte restaurants, including Beloved Ocean View Restaurant. We have 3 food trucks. We have the buffet as well. We have aromas or coffee shop. So this and more, it's going to be part of what we have to offer for mutual guests. And just to be honest, it's one of the most popular products in Costa Mujeres. I've been, being requested this property for many travel agents in Canada and USA. And Catalonia is doing a great job. The culinary experience here is also just amazing. They have the Catalonia burgers, the Beloved restaurant, and much more. And this one, it has a vegan, healthy restaurants for mutual guests. So it's a Barcelona origins. This specific restaurant offers that amazing service for those guests with a special dietary restriction. So keep in mind that when booking any of those guests at the Catalonia Costa Mujeres. Well, with this being said, I'm pretty sure that you collect a lot of information. Thank you so much for your time. Remember to join our Catalonia Resort community at Travel Agents at the Facebook group. So anything that you may need, you got my contact information in one of the slides, and I will be more than happy to help you with that. Thank you. Now it's time for you to go back.
Thank you so much, Di, for that presentation. As soon as you mentioned the sunglasses, the beach hat, the champagne, I was very jealous of my time here in the snow in Canada. So thank you, that's very informative. And yeah, if you'd like to reach out to Di, he can put his email in the chat box, just for some of you who mentioned that. Now I'd like to welcome Susan, who's going to be talking about Transat with us today. Hi, Susan.
Hi everybody, and great job, Di, really great job. And really great intro, of course, for all of us, because Transat and Catalonia, we have been partners for many, many years. And we're so happy that Travel Week came to the 2 companies to come together and share our information today. So, Di did a great job describing, of course, their hotels and everything like that and their offerings. And I just personally can't wait to get to Costa Mujeres, but that's just me, one of my favorite spots. But I just want to kind of go over with you guys a little bit about Transat and our offerings as a partnership with Catalonia Resorts. But a lot of you do know that we have gone digital. So our brochures are all on our websites, on the transatagentdirect.com, or of course you can find it under Air Transat as well. And we just thought it's more, of a dynamic electronic idea, a little bit more modern, why not do it during the pandemic? It just kind of makes sense. And we have some great sharing tools as well on our Transat Agent Direct, but we have a training for that tomorrow. So we'll go over all that. Okay, so, you know, Transat, we are the first in the industry in North America, the pioneers, if you will, that created the collections. So we're so happy that Catalonia are a part of our solo collection, and I'm going to outline that in a moment. But what we did with making these collections, it was making it a little bit easier so everyone can decide what's the best fit for their vacation, if you will. So certain hotels, great hotel partners have joined on with us, and I'm going to give you a little bit more about that in a moment. So the Catalonia Bavaro Beach and Golf Resort. So what we have with Transat when you're booking with us and the Catalonias, we actually have no single supplement for groups, individuals. This is not for groups, and they're part of our solo collection. So when I say solo collection, we have a few rooms a night, and that's why I'm saying it's not good for groups, where if everyone understands when I say there's no single supplement. So you will pay as you would the double rate, but just for the one person, okay? So when those rooms are gone for that time, we have to move on to a different date or month, whichever. But also for children, so as much as it's great for singles, this is great also for families. And as Di said, this is a multi-generational hotel for everybody. But also the travel for kids under 7 can stay and eat free up till October 2022. So of course they just have their taxes and their airfare. Fantastic deal, of course. And for those golf lovers, right? We have a golf package included. But of course the carts are mandatory, and this is for 1 round per stay. So for those golf lovers, maybe you just want to get away from the family for a little bit, or you just want to go on your own little solo golf trip, that's great. Or just to go hang out by the pool. The Catalonia Costa Mujeres, all suites and spa. I know we just spoke about it. As I said, I'm very excited to go. But of course, with Transat, you also have the option of booking the privilege section. So I know Di went over a little bit about those inclusions as well. So, you know, when you do book with Transat, you have the exclusive perks with us as well, like, you know, distinction bracelet to tell that you are, you know, with that section, the privilege section as well, a spa, access to the water therapy there too, you know, discounts on things, 24-hour room service, early check-in and late check-out. And that's actually quite important, of course, because sometimes flight times don't always match what time you have to check in. The Catalonia PLAYA MAROMA. I love this area, and the beaches are just fantastic. So again, another kids stay and eat free for 2 kids under 7 until October 31st, 2022. So we have lots of time to get those bookings for that. The Catalonia Riviera Maya and Yucatan, another fantastic area. People love to get to that area. It's just outside the city, right? Not too far. Again, kids can stay and eat free with Transat for 2 children under 7 until October 31st, 2022. The Catalonia Royal TULUM and Beach and Spa, so 18+ hotel. So this is also good for, you know, families with adult children, right? Or just adults traveling. Again, you can enjoy those privileged special inclusions with Transat when you book the privilege section with us. I just want to touch on quickly, our terms and conditions have changed a little bit throughout the pandemic. They can be found in our brochure, which all of our brochures, as I mentioned, are online, and it's at the very back of the brochure. I'm not going to go through them, but I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that, you know, we've made some different allowances this year. But when booking Transat in Colonial Resorts, Catalonia Resorts, it's always important that you actually add on Option Flex. So Option Flex is a peace of mind. So this is a program that we had created long before the pandemic, but we've actually enhanced the program. So we always had Option Flex Extra, and now we have Option Flex, we always had Option Flex Standard, but now we did Option Flex Extra. So these are 15% commissionable to you. So this is a very important part. This is going to allow changes. We're in a changing world, unfortunately. Things change, people's minds change. So every booking that you make with us in Catalonia, please make sure that you add on Option Flex to the booking at time of booking. And again, these are commissionable to you. So the Option Flex Extra is $99 per person, and the standard is still $59 per person. And for more information on these flyers, they're also on the Transat Agent Direct. So I know Di also mentioned a Facebook page for them as well. We have a dedicated travel agent page. I know I can see a lot of the names on here. You guys are on there as well. So please make sure you join us. We have a lot of great information on there, like up and coming webinars like this one. But it's also live, up-to-date information. So if we're going to be doing something new or making some changes, this is where it's going to be live, other than, of course, the Transat Get Connected. So we do have 4 security questions that you have to answer. And that is just because we want to keep it to the travel agent community. We don't want passengers coming into this group. This is how we can share. So just make sure that you answer those 4 security questions. And I always recommend doing it from like your laptop or your home computer, because when you do it from your smart device, the actual questions don't populate, the answers don't populate. So just make sure you do it from there. That would be my advice. So please join us on Facebook for all the updates like these types of things that we're doing today. And this is how we can stay connected with each other. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Susan. That was a great addition to Di's presentation. I think the agents have gotten a lot to swallow, but it's all exciting, especially with travel, you know, being so important to people nowadays. So now we're just going to go into questions. Agents, make sure you put your questions in the question box. We have some already that we're going to go over. And if you'd like to reach out to Susan or Di additionally, if we don't get to your question, you're more than welcome. So the first question is for Di. We have quite a few agents asking about the food. One of the first questions is, do you have special meals for, say, gluten-free, vegan options? Kind of what does that look like for guests who are dining?
Yeah, we do have them. All of our properties will always have a gluten-free option for mutual guests. And the most important thing is like, sometimes people think that the food could be, you know, reduced. I mean, the options can be reduced, but we always try to be creative. Our chef is doing an amazing job on what they are offering, not only offering, you know, like a gluten-free bread, but we have more options to offer them during their stay. Actually, the vegan vegetarian restaurant at the Costa Mujeres offers them a great variety of gluten-free products. And that's something that enhances the experience of our mutual guests. And that's available at all of our resorts in Mexico and Dominican Republic.
Okay, amazing. That's really great that you try to get, you know, creative with it, unique, so it's not the same things.
Yeah.
Susan, I have a question for you. Someone has said that they have US clients. They were asking how they'd be able to book Transat for them. Do you have an answer for that?
Well, we would only be able to book land only, not with the air at this point. But I do recommend for that type of specialty thing, it's a good question, working with our call center.
Perfect. Okay. Someone has asked, Di, what is it like in terms of health and safety in Mexico? What's the mask mandate looking like? And what can Canadians kind of expect when they get there?
Yeah, we have in place our safe and security protocols against the COVID. And well, we are doing an amazing job with this. And the mask is mandatory at all of our restaurants and closed areas. That means boutique, the coffee shop. Every time that they are coming into any closed area, they have to wear the mask. And well, the areas such as the pool, the beach, you have the safety distance, the social distancing, and you are allowed, if you are in the same group with your family, for example, to remove your mask. However, anytime that a guest feel uncomfortable and they ask the other guests to wear the mask, we enforce that to them, okay? So, but to be honest, we never ever had any kind of issue about it. I have to say that many of our mutual guests, they are very conscious and they are always working and following those procedures, okay?
Okay, great. That's amazing to hear. Helping people feel safe in this time where, you know, we should be wearing masks. What's another question we have? Quite a few. I guess for Susan, this question would be, what does flying look like, the whole kind of trip for Canadians with Transat? What can they kind of expect, the whole experience, you know, from starting in their location to getting to the resorts? What would you say?
Oh, that's a fantastic question, and I love answering that. So, of course, Air Transat, we are an award-winning airline. We have won the Skytrax Award for many years in a row, which is a feat on its own. We even won it during this pandemic. So that tells you something there as well. We have all-inclusive packages that we offer. And I do know, I mentioned earlier, you can do land only as well. But traditionally we book all air hotel transfers. Of course, on our Air Transat site, we have our traveler care program, which is our health and safety right now through COVID, the pandemic. I invite everyone to take a look at that and see the steps and the measures that we are taking, because it's very important that everyone knows how we're doing, more online check-in. We've actually just introduced a new tool where you can load up all of your documents. I think you guys know about that. You guys did a little piece on that for us for Air Transat. How, just to cut down time at the airport with interfacing with people as well. On board, of course, we have things more controlled with our services so people aren't passing each other. And on board, when you get to our destination, let's say Cancun, just for today's purposes as well, our ground handler, of course, they're going to make sure everyone's safe with their masks. And we're going to get them to, of course, the Catalonia hotels nice and safe. And they're going to get to that beach and, on the way back as well. But, if someone doesn't feel well, we ask that you do not travel. That's a given too. But again, our traveler care program is all up to date. Everyone's also going to get a little traveler care package with a mask, hand sanitizer on board. And again, we work with partners, of course, like our friends at Catalonia, on ensuring our steps are all put into place together as well for our mutual passengers so they're all safe. But, Transat, we are the #1 tour operator. We are longevity. I have been at Transat 19 years, I know. And it's just a fantastic company. I love the blue behind me as well. And we really do things well. So I take Transat for my own personal vacations for that reason, because I like to say it's seamless travel.
Yeah, really, it really does sound like it from beginning to end. Exactly. Di, here's another question. This is about the unlimited breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Someone's just asking if someone could order multiple meals, like a steak and a fish, for example, just for that one person. If they don't want to eat necessarily at the buffet, but they'd like to eat at one of the specialty restaurants. Do you know the answer to that one?
Yeah, regarding that, that is specifically, I get lost. But no, they have the ability to request those. You have to go to the specialty restaurant to get them. The thing is, like, we are not going to be restrictive about the fact that saying, okay, you already, have a meal here. There are some chains that restrict how many times you can eat at the same time in the restaurant, and they send you to the buffet. We are not going to do that. If they want to ask for another dish on the menu, we will be more than happy to offer that to them. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. Susan, this is just more of a comment, but someone's really happy to hear that the option flex is there in place because it's so important with, the entry requirements now and the fluidity of it. So
well,
I just saw that.
For sure. I totally agree. And again, there's commission in there for the agents as well. So we also, I just want to add, if I can as well, Megan, that when someone purchases the Option Flex Extra, which again is the newest addition to this program through the pandemic, we had to modernize it, of course, right? So if the file is paid in full, and let's say somebody cannot travel for whatever reason, and they purchase the Option Flex through us, again, this is not insurance, this is assurance, right? It's peace of mind for people. It's flexibility if they have to make a change. So the travel agents will receive the 15% commission on the $99 for the Option Flex Extra. And also for your time, we're going to, if they have to cancel, we're going to pay them also $50 per person. So that is if the file is paid in full and it is Option Flex Extra and they have to cancel. So it's something for the time for the travel agents.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. So this is, my own personal question. If both of you could say kind of a roundup summation of why, I mean, you've already presented it, but what is so great? What are maybe 3 special words, something you want to say to the agents to let them know this is the people to book with, and the experience truly is amazing. If you'd like to put it in your own words rather than just the presentation.
Okay. Sorry, you can go first.
No, go first. Ladies first.
You want me to go first? Okay, ladies first. Okay. So beaches, Air Transat, Catalonia.
Amazing.
Prices, there's always good deals. Experiences, we have multiple experiences for them at the properties, and gorgeous beaches, gorgeous beach area. That's one of the important things.
Okay, amazing. Thank you both. I mean, as if the presentation didn't say it enough, but that was just great to have a summation in your mind. Let me see if there's any more. I guess last question for Di, because we don't have that many left. What is a can't miss opportunity at one of the Catalonia hotels and resorts? It's something people have to see or have to book for their clients.
But there's many of them. But for example, I can tell you Catalonia Royal Tulum, it's you need to have a breakfast and a romantic dinner on the beach by the lot. That's something important. Costa Mujeres, there is a gorgeous sunset, and not many people know about it. It's nearby the nightclub. And when you go that terrace and you see the sunset, it's just like heaven. Well, what I can say, there are many, like things that you cannot miss at the Catalonia properties, but I guess that I give you two important things right now.
Exactly. So do you guys have any final words? I think we're going to wrap up the presentation. Maybe if you guys could just repeat your contact information or where they can reach out if they have any additional questions. And then, yeah, I'll wrap up everything from there. So whoever wants to.
Well, just thank you for joining myself with Transat, and of course, a really important partner to us with Catalonia. And if anyone does seek assistance, that they've gone to the call center and they might need something escalated, we ask that you don't email individual people like myself specifically, because we're working as one team. And the email would be insidesales@transat.com. And this way, if I'm doing something like this and I'm busy doing trainings, or I support the key accounts at Transat, one of our team members will jump in on my behalf and help you and assist you, because sometimes people might wait a little bit longer than they should for me today and these days, of course. So, but insidesales@transat.com, we have a whole team there that are there to assist you if you need something past the call center. But thank you.
Thank you. And from my side, I would like to add certain things that are always asked by the travel agent community. For example, the PCR test is available at all of our properties. It happens at the resort. They don't have to go outside. They don't have to leave the resort. And the prices are around $85 per person, okay? In the case of a positive, result, we are going to take care of that. And there is a preferential rate, and you can consult that as a travel agent. You can contact me, and I will be following up that through the guest service desk. I'm just adding this information because it's something that I've been listening during during the last year. So that's the thing that I had to add. And my contact information, it's caribe.salesna@cataloniahotels.com. I put it on the chat box, and my number it's 817-307-6215. That is a US line, so basically it's +1 817-307-6215.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for coming on today. It's a great presentation, so informative. If you may have come on, agents, a little bit later, we'll have it available on our YouTube page and on our Travel Week Learning Center. Make sure to stay tuned for more information we have on both on travelweek.ca, and stay tuned for more webinars we have coming up soon. So thank you so much, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and talk later. Bye.